Saturday morning, y'all. Welcome in. It's another early morning here, and I got T-Van's favorite hat here, Mountain Billy's as well. We hope everybody doing a great Saturday morning so far. It's going to be a long day today, but we're going to have a good time with everything that we're going to do here on the channel today. So I hope you guys enjoy us and hang with us the rest of the day. I won't be doing the ARCA race. I got some stuff going on, so I won't be able to do the ARCA race, but I'll be doing the Xfinity race and we'll see how long I can stay with that because I got something that happens between 5 and 6. So we'll hope we get the whole race in before that, but we'll see what happens with the weather. We'll see what happens with the weather tomorrow. It's going to be an interesting race today with the Xfinity race. It's always fun at Talladega. So we're back here in Alabama. As you guys noticed, as we y'all made a successful vlog, a race preview, paint schemes and race preview vlog so far. It's almost up to 1,000 views, so that's the most I've ever had. So appreciate y'all on that. It's been a great weekend so far. Had a great baseball game last night, but now we're ready for some racing right here, and it is the Geico 500 Talladega racing, baby, qualifying from the Talladega Superspeedway. And I've never done, I don't think I can look back, I don't think I've ever done a stream from Talladega. I've always been doing something this weekend or in October, when it's usually that first week of October. I'm usually gone, so on vacation. So hope to have fun here, see how this goes. Always fun at a super speedway. I love Daytona, I love Talladega. I've been to Talladega a couple times and enjoy the track. So hope everybody's doing fine. Let's take a look at the chat to see who everybody's here, or what's going on. Dr. who is that? Oro Bradley, what's going on? Let's see who else is here. Lloyd, what's going on? How you doing? Billy Bowles, what's going on? Let's see here. Sportsvilla, what's up? Brady, Bronny says he was in the hospital last week. Oh man, we missed you last week, dude. I noticed you were gone. I hope everything's all right. Dogs Roll, what's up? And Random, what's going on? So make sure you guys are hitting that like button as you're coming in, and see if we can get some more folks in here for the qualifying stream. So now it's not practice. We don't have 40 minutes of practice and then we have qualifying. It's going to go straight into qualifying. I'm not sure why they don't let these guys run on the track. They should, but temperatures are a little cooler. Cold front went through here in Tennessee. Not sure how it is here. And Jeffrey Earnhardt, yes, he's going to be in the race as well. So he's in the 26 today in Xfinity. So always good to have an Earnhardt on the track at Dega, baby. What's going on, Charlene? What's going on, Sydney? What's going on as well? Appreciate everybody being here. Hit that like button for us. Let's see if we can get to 100 likes here on a qualifying 1 hour and a half stream. But as you see, we're going to look at the whole field here. This is how they're going to line up to go qualifying. Everybody's going to get a run, and we'll see how it goes. It's not Group A. It's not Group B. Everybody's just going to run, and that's how it's going to be. So here's your lineup in all of its glory. And we'll take a look at all the people. Anthony Alfredo in that 62 Chevrolet, 78. BJ McLeod getting it back in. I don't know if he made an announcement a couple weeks ago that he was kind of taking a backseat to racing for a little bit to kind of save some money and get right with stuff. So Cody Ware in that 15. Josh Berry in the 4. SVG in that Wendy 16. This should be interesting to see him. He's running both races. He's running the Xfinity race and he's running the NASCAR Cup Series race. Michael McDowell in that 34. You know he'll be up front in that 34 in the super speedways. He is amazing. John Hunter Nemechek in that 42 Legacy Toyota. We'll see if the Toyotas are as strong as they were at Daytona. We'll see what happens. Harrison Burton in that 21. Zane Smith in the 71. I think he'll have a good qualifying spot. He's always good at big time super speedways. Always good at Daytona. Alex Bowman in that 10, in the qualifying there, 10th, 48. See, can he get off the schneid here for this year? Could he get a win here at Talladega? Todd Gillen, and you know he'll be up front most of this race on Sunday. Todd Gillen, a great super speedway racer. Justin Haley in that 51 Ford. You got Corey LaJoy in that 7. Maybe he can do something. Daniel Hemrick in that 31. Ricky Spithouse Jr., you know he is going to do something as well. And then we got Austin Cindric in that 2. Of course, he won the Daytona 500 a couple years ago. Noah Gragson in that 10. Ross Chastain in that One Trackhouse Chevrolet, so that should be fun. Let's see, Ryan Blaney won here last fall. Ryan Preece in that 41 Ford. Eric Jones in that 43 Toyota. Carson Hocevar in that 77 Chevrolet. Austin Dillon, Denny Hamlin, and y'all, I thought it was funny that out of all the cars I left off of our weekend race preview, it was Denny. And someone was like, did they not release Denny's car yet? What's going on with his sponsor? And I was like, oh, I forgot to put it in there. So that's my bad. I do apologize about that. And then also, they didn't release Ty Gibbs' car, so I'm assuming he's in the 54 Monster. I'm assuming. So that's the one that's going to be in here today, unless it changes. I did some searching on the internet. I could not find anything. They did not say anything of what kind of car he was in. So if y'all know, let me know. But what's up, Kenneth Clark? What's going on? How you doing, man? And Clifford, what's going on? How you doing? Good morning, everybody. Every single one of y'all, good morning. Back to the lineup here. Chris Buescher, good favorite to win here. RFK Racing, Brad Keselowski, Chris Buescher. Any of those guys are going to be good to go here today. Let's see here. Also, let me make sure 1 second, really quick here. Last night, I forgot to turn my monetization on the Braves game, so I just want to make sure we're all looking good here. But keep on hitting that subscribe, y'all. We're trying to get to 12,000 subscribers. And that is our goal. 12K. Okay, we're good. 12K is what we're trying to get to. Kyle Busch, Rowdy Busch, could he have a good homecoming here? Not homecoming, but could he have a big stepping out here at Daytona? He's always good at super speedways as well. Christopher Bell, he's going to be a strong contender. Joey Logano in a Ford. Those 22s out there. Kyle Larson, what a disappointment last week, dominating, and then that tire fell off and he just could not get back to the front. Kyle Larson there. And then Daniel Suarez and that Tootsie's Orchid Lounge, my favorite paint scheme of the week, just because it's the hometown vibes here, as you know I am from Nashville. Let's see what else. Ty Gibbs in that 54 Toyota. We'll see what kind of sponsor he's on there. Chase Briscoe in that 14. It's not the shake and bake like it was last fall, but that's pretty cool. Let's see. Martin Truex Jr. in the 19. Brad Keselowski, could he win? Could he win? We'll see. We'll see if he can win. And then Bubba Wallace, he has a good shot too. Tyler Reddick, 45. That Michael Jordan brand white 45 color looks amazing too. So Trackhouse, the 99, and this 45 are probably by fest the best paint jobs this weekend, as I can see. And then William Byron, he's always there for the win. And then Chase Elliott got the win last week, finally, after 2022. Finally gets the win. So there is your lineup for the Geico 500. That's right, Karen, what's going on? Appreciate you being here. Austin Hill, that's right, he's on the pole for the Xfinity race. So we're going to have a good time today. We'll have some live audio of the race here, of the qualifying. We'll give our play-by-play respective, all our reactions and our emojis and our, oh, I got to change the, hold on, I got to change the redeems here for Streamlabs. 1 second. While we're waiting on qualifying to start here, qualifying's going to go right into it. Like I said, no practice, no Group A, no Group B. It's just going to be straight qualifying. Whoop, just like that. So I'm not sure why they do that, but I don't know. Maybe they still want a big wreck with practice, I guess. I don't know. But that's how it's going to be, y'all. But keep on hitting that like button for us so we can get to 100 likes and go from there. So this is about an hour and a half we'll be together today. And then take a little break, and about 2:45 we'll be back for Xfinity race. All the fun like we do. And we'll see how long we can stay with the Xfinity race, because I have something going on between 5:15, 5 to 5:30. So I might not be able to stay on. Something important I got to take care of. But I'm going to try to bring you as much coverage as I can. And we'll go from there. But tomorrow, hopefully pray for no rain. Pray for no rain tomorrow. That is going to be the key. No rain tomorrow. But it doesn't look too good. And if it's a Monday race, I'm not sure how that's going to work for me either. But I hope not. But next week, we'll be live again at Dover. And then the week after that, I'm taking the weekend off, the whole weekend. I'm actually going to go to Disney for 5-6 days. And I'll be back after that. And we'll be back for the All-Star race and the Coke 600 and all that good stuff. We'll get it going again in May. So hope everybody's had fun this week. I've had so much fun this week. I had took a couple 3 days off. It's always good to disconnect a little bit, and that's what I did. So hope everybody's having fun. San Diego Kid, well, after Alex Bowman got wrecked at Texas last week, he still is above the cut line. That's right. So it's a long time. Well, here we go. Let's see. Looks like the track is dry, so that's a good thing. Let's go. Qualifying. Let's go.
For qualifying for tomorrow's 500-mile race. So, you've had your morning coffee, you've had your breakfast, you sat around, you've read the Wall Street Journal. Now you're going to go out and run a couple of laps, and you're done for the day. However, you got to get that car around here as fast as humanly possible. How do you do it?
Well, it's all up to the team, honestly, to prepare the car and do all the things that they've already done. That work's done. Now it's up to the driver to be able to run as little distance as possible, hit all of his shift marks, and do everything that he can to get and do everything that he does procedurally out of the car.
Yeah, it's down to a science, Mike. I mean, these guys know exactly where to shift every gear, not just first and second or third and fourth. Every single gear, what RPM. Sometimes that's a little bit different as the engine likes to go. The launch is so important. Just momentum, building that momentum, holding that wheel straight and sturdy, and staying low on that racetrack.
Not as easy as it sounds, folks, especially at the speeds they run here on the 33-degree banking of Talladega. NASCAR Cup qualifying on FS1.
Hope everybody's ready to have some fun here. Qualifying time. So hope you're ready to go. Did they do the Xfinity qualifying already? Yes, Lloyd. Austin Hill is on. The audio coverage is a bit quiet. All right, yeah, I brought it up a little bit more. Try to not to bring it too loud. And I noticed that you really couldn't hear me last week with the audio, and I know you guys are here for the audio, not here to listen to me. But we gotta watch our P's and Q's, and at least I can talk over it. But hope everybody's doing well, and make sure you're hitting that like button for us. And subscribing to the channel, which we're going to be bringing live qualifying. No practice, no Group A, no Group B. It's 2 laps around this 2.6 trial, and it's going to give you the best they can get. Looks like it's pretty cloudy too, so it's kind of cold. So I wasn't here. I was in the hospital. I know, Brownie. I hope you're okay, dude. I hope you're all right. So let's see. Who do you think is going to get the poll? Let's see it. Let's see in the chat. Let me see. Who do you think is going to be in the poll tonight? Let me see who you got. Let me see. Who do you have to get the poll for today? And you got to remember, it's not about qualifying. It's about the race. And those Chevrolets do well at qualifying on these super speedways. You're hoping Bowman, the 15 at Cody Ware? Okay. I think a Ford's going to get it today. You think so? I think so. I think Keselowski as well. But keep hitting that like button for us. We're trying to get to 100 likes for the stream. Oh, we lost a subscriber. That sucks. So keep on hitting that for us, y'all, and see where we're at on the likes. We are at 40 likes already. Awesome. Keep it going, y'all. Cody's going to get it done. Ashley says the 9. Bubba. Clifford says Bubba. Leon says Chase Elliott. Got to start somewhere. You're right. You got to start somewhere. You're right about that. You're correct. Anthony Alfredo going to go out here first. Here
at Talladega in his 2 starts, 53.41 for him. BJ McLeod for Live Fast Motorsports is here in an unsponsored Chevrolet. They're running a limited schedule as BJ makes his 2nd start of 2024. He finished 24th at Atlanta. This is his 8th Talladega attempt, 54.29 for his Chevrolet.
Spent some time last night on the boulevard with Anthony Alfredo.
That's a good pick, Billy, for sure.
Dude Wipes was out there handing out samples and stuff. A lot of fun was had out the boulevard. It's going to be even bigger tonight.
So for sure, you probably.
All right, I'm working on it. Just 1 second, y'all.
Yes.
I'm working on it.
I didn't see out there, Kevin.
What's that?
You.
Yeah, you're right. I was hunting, Clint.
Cody Ware from Greensboro. Back at the Cup Series, he's in the Jacob Construction Ford.
What's up, Dallas? Chris D says McDowell.
He was running some IMSA races. And
oh my goodness.
Ware 5372.
Kevin.
Yes.
Back straightaway where the cars go over the racetrack over the years. That thing was violent bouncing.
Well, you want to run the car as stiff as possible so that it keeps the platform of the car as even as possible wherever the team thinks it needs to be. But you see that car almost.
All right, Alfredo, Cody Ware, and BJ McLeod.
Say that. It's definitely locked down.
Alfredo Ware and BJ McLeod.
Going into turn 3 over the tunnel, there are some bumps. So the driver's job right here, stay as close to that yellow line as possible. Have as little distance as possible all the way around the racetrack.
Watch Blaney, Lloyd says. Watch Blaney.
As little as possible, but when you go over these bumps,
Stand by, race fans. We're fixing the audio.
Sure
yep, we're trying to make it right here.
Yeah. Josh Berry's in the Overstock.com Ford. This is his first Cup race at Talladega.
Josh Berry, let me see those 4s in the chat, y'all. 4s in the chat.
Turn 3, and
where you
it
at?
was obviously a lot worse on the top
4s
on the outside, building the momentum for his coming to green lap than it was on the bottom.
Yeah, but it should.
And no in-car cams as well for qualifying, as you know already. No in-car cams as well. Truex. Jeffrey's going Truex.
These cars locked down on that racetrack, wanted as close as possible to that surface without dragging too much. Obviously, drag is exactly that. Drag
the overstock. Ford. Man, look at it hitting that ground. Wow, look at that.
Yeah, and when it does that, every time
that's
that car
crazy.
hits the ground with the front splitter, it's scrubbing speed, and you see it started to bounce so much that it actually came off
SVG.
up the hill.
Do you think he can win in that Wendy's?
Out of that car.
Can he?
Shane Van Gisbergen in the Wendy's Chevrolet. Crew chief Travis Mack is on baby watch. Is not at the track today. He's
SVG.
For Van Gisbergen, this is his Cup Oval debut.
Can't brag enough about the job.
Junior Wheeler says the 9.
The activation for the fans.
Karen going 20, the 4 as well.
Racetracks, talking Daytona, Talladega, thousands of campers in here and giving away free big.
Yeah, you're right, San Diego kid. It'll help.
Do that. Giving back to the fans.
See what he can do here.
Fry, burger, chocolate shake, frosty.
That fries and frosty thing.
Wendy's.
I'm not buying that, Clint.
I tell you, all these paint schemes this week are making me hungry, as I said in my preview. Wendy's, brownies, English muffins.
You say so.
Oh
Getting hungry already. I haven't had breakfast yet.
53-22, top of the board for Van Gisbergen.
Ooh, SVG, top of the line.
There's no A and B group here.
53-22. Here goes Michael McDowell. I guarantee he's going to be fast.
Round for the pole.
Guarantee it.
The Loves Travel Stops Ford started outside pole at Daytona and won the pole.
SVG at the top. Yeah, that's right.
Stopped out of Loves on the way down here, Kevin.
Xfinity race is going to be at 3 o'clock. We'll be on at 2:45. 2:45 for the Xfinity race.
Well, there's definitely plenty of stops to find a Loves along the way, no matter where you're traveling on the East Coast, for sure.
I tell you what, there's not a lot of places to find a stop when you're tired, Kev. Especially around Atlanta.
18 dislikes last week, y'all. I got to stop wearing Denny stuff, I guess.
They're the best. Clean bathrooms.
I got to stop wearing Denny stuff. I guess T-Van's right.
Well, these Fords, they're definitely in need of a win. You know, I think this weekend, if they don't get a win, they're in big trouble.
Already in first.
Might come out of that car, huh?
Yeah,
he's going to get top of the order here when he comes back.
Aggressive racer, has drafted well on these drafting racetracks, won the Daytona 500.
Michael McDowell.
So at some point, you'll have to deal with Michael McDowell.
He's going to be half a second faster than Van Gisbergen.
Absolutely. This car was on the front row for the 500.
Top of the order, McDowell.
Same speed again.
Woohoo! 52-74, 1 for McDowell.
Oh, Mike, it was a tough ending.
Chocolate chip cookies, awesome, Dallas.
But now we come to a racetrack that you've got some great memories of, Talladega.
I know, I'm just messing around. I'm just messing around. You can see those Chastain on the mic right here.
Bad time
times leaving the track that we ever have winning, but we have one, and that's something that nobody can ever take away. We have a trophy that's too heavy for me to pick up, but we've got it. But yeah, coming back here with Trackhouse and
You gonna be a flip in the Xfinity race?
Time to just enjoy the week leading up to it. And
John Hunter Nemechek on the
about it. Just go experience it. If
track right now.
Fast at 200 mile an hour, and I can somehow get back to the pits and get tires.
Yeah, that's all right.
And
they come and go.
My mentality.
Love that mentality, Ross. Good luck in qualifying.
They come and go.
Thanks, Regan. John Hunter Nemechek in the Advent Health Toyota finished 8th in both of his Talladega starts in the Cup Series.
I don't know what your theory was, Clint, but I always thought if I
John Hunter Nemechek
finished 50% of the Super Speedway races rolling,
half a second behind McDowell or SVG, he gets third.
Is that too low?
That's probably good odds.
I
really.
think so.
You know, and it came in waves for me. Like you'd
yeah, they don't have lights. You're right. I think though looks like it's going to be clear after 3 o'clock. So if it can clear out like at 2, I think we can get it started by 3 and get it over by 6. It'll be close though. Not like we've done it before here. I don't know yet. I have to look. I'll have to decide if I can do that or not, because I normally have to work on Mondays. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Just such a legendary, name in our sport and stable. I mean,
I'll try.
I think it was
I'll have to move some stuff around if I try. We'll see what happens.
Going for their 100th. Can you imagine if he could deliver?
Here goes the Wood Brothers, 21. Jeff Burton.
Well, Harrison, like the rest of the field,
Harrison Burton. I'm sorry.
Opportunity to go out and
Harrison
do that.
Burton.
So it'll be interesting to see how this shakes out on Sunday. But I like the way that Harrison's car rides currently. It seems to not have the same speed as Michael McDowell, but that's
almost under a half a second slower. Currently second.
Pulling it down right now.
Look at that, Harrison Burton.
Second for Burton.
Second.
Well, Mike, from one former Talladega winner to
There's
a
Ryan Blaney.
recent winner at Talladega, Ryan Blaney. So much.
Thanks for that subscribe.
Racetrack. What is it that you do different than other guys do to be up front all the time?
You see those 12s.
Wish I could tell you that. I don't know. I think it's a combination of, fast race cars, good strategy, good communication. The spotter, driver, communication, and kind of being on the same
Prediction 11 to 34 to the line tomorrow. 34 wins. Wow.
This year, we've been really good at Daytona. We were good at Atlanta.
Zane Smith out there now.
I think it started really fast, which is
Zane
good.
Smith.
So the best thing I've just tried to do at these places is, how do you put yourself in a spot at the end to win? And you're setting yourself up for the end of the race. It's not with 5 to go. It's much earlier than that. So
it's early, y'all.
Make sure you're ready to go for the last 40 laps.
Zane Smith, that's right.
In a spot to try to capitalize.
See what he can do.
Making the right decision. And
half a second slower than the pole. Currently 7th.
But it's just a matter of trying to give yourself the best chance to win. So it's been. I'm trying to stay out of the wrecks, and you never know when those are going to come. But it's been a good track for us, and we're really fortunate to have won here a few times, and would like to make it a 4th with the Wabash.
Thank you for the subscribes, y'all. Appreciate it.
Like to get.
We're trying to get to 11,900 today.
We got for him today, and
we'll see what we can do the rest of the week.
Good luck in qualifying. Thanks.
Alex Bowman, we see those 48s. 48s on the track. We see those 48 San Diego Kid. We see that Alex Bowman on the screen. Let me see that Alex Bowman on the screen.
NASCAR officials had a look at it and sent the car back to the garage. Kyle Larson will not be allowed to qualify due to unapproved adjustments.
Oh, did you hear that?
Bowman's hand, between the A-post bar and the window net, trying to fill that.
Larson, inappropriate adjustments. He's not qualifying.
On that, and NASCAR.
He's going to have to start in the back of the pack tomorrow.
But I never liked the one-handed strategy, Clint. I never felt like I could hold the wheel.
Wow.
Smooth enough, and it was a wash, right? By what you would
Larson.
by that little bit of drag.
That's not good.
Everything that happens with the wheel, but
yeah, all right.
Maybe he's stronger than I was.
Well, I don't know if you saw
Larson, inappropriate adjustments.
In that ghost car, it's not working. We need both hands on the wheel.
Wasting his time.
Bowman had his hand on the window.
Second for Alex Bowman, 53.18. Bumping will begin when we come back.
Oops.
A once daily.
There we go. Hope everybody's doing well. My name is CeeLo, and yeah, we heard it, dude. All right, thank you, Vic. I appreciate it. Thank you for letting me know you heard it. That's awesome. All right, so my name is CeeLo. On the Go at CeeLo is our channel, and we are looking forward to a good race today with the Xfinity race, and then hopefully we get it in tomorrow for the rain that's supposed to be coming to Alabama, southeastern states. So we'll see what happens. But pray for no rain. Hope we have a good race on Sunday. Not sure what'll happen on Monday, but just waiting on to come back here. We'll get next coming up. We'll see who's next. But Michael McDowell, so far the fastest, with Alex Bowman, Harrison Burton, SVG in fourth, and John Hunter Nemechek fifth. This is a Ford weekend, Lloyd says. This is a Ford weekend. If you guys like baseball, we're going to be doing Atlanta Braves baseball versus the Texas Rangers tonight around 6 o'clock. Doing a 3D presentation. If you haven't seen that before, it is pretty stoked. It is awesome. So check it out. We did one last night. Had a really awesome stream, almost 9,000 views, and lots of folks in the chat hanging out, watching some baseball. It was fun. Had a good time. So make sure you guys join us tonight for some Atlanta Braves baseball. If you're an Atlanta Braves fan, if you're a baseball fan in general. Speaking of baseball, down below there, we have a live ticker that we'll always have on our channel as well. Yeah, that 3D is awesome. Great, Karen. It is cool. Amazing what technology can do. It's ridiculous. The new age of streaming, if you have a good laptop, because that stuff really bogs your computer down. But unfortunately, luckily for us, we do have a great laptop. So just let's hope I will be here for the race tomorrow and not in the emergency room. I hope not, Bronny. I'm praying for you, buddy. We'll be all praying for you. Tony says, believe SVG. Believe. Yeah, SVG. That's 16. I'm surprised. Did I say Dingers? Allmendinger is not in this. I can't believe Allmendinger is not racing. I guess because they got SVG, but I can't believe they don't have both of them racing this weekend. But of course, there is no full-time driver in that 16 car. Dinger is in the Xfinity Series full-time, so they've been playing who you want to race in this 16 car this weekend? Do you want to do it? Okay, come on in. So no Dinger in the 16 SVG. Oh man, I know exactly how that is, dude. I know how that is, bro. I got Crohn's, so I know all about it. Are they planning to push Bubba's car before the race? I don't know. But we are a fan-friendly chat, so if you are a Bubba fan or any driver that's not very popular, like mine, Denny Hamlin, cheer him on. Have a good time with him. So
coverage begins today.
Have a good time with it. The Mets Dodgers tonight on FS1. That's cool. Todd Gillen. All right, he's going to be right there with his partner, guaranteed.
Dark horse pick for the weekend because this is a track that favors surprise winners.
Yes, Todd Gillen
in the generator Ford. Started a Cup Best fourth at Atlanta.
Bowman's second fastest, right, for now.
Daytona and Atlanta than anybody.
He's been a good super speedway racer. They've had
they finally got the
season. For everything that
the ghost car. They should do it for the pole instead, not the last place in.
Have had fast race cars, and Todd has gained some experience over the past couple of years to put himself in a position to run up in the front of the pack and knows when to push and not to push, and has done a good job.
Todd Gillen way out front.
Yeah, fast race
of BJ McLeod.
I mean, it's as simple as that. Can you make bad mistakes when you get there, make a wrong
I wonder
move, the right move?
what the 16 pays the driver per race. I don't know, but
fast race car, it gives you more of those opportunities
Dinger.
as you progress through this race.
Look at that, Todd Gillen, second fastest. Front row motorsports, baby.
Denny Hamlin, all kinds of success at these super
This is my boy Denny.
racetracks. Denny, we know that come tomorrow, it's a whole different breed. What about today in qualifying? What does the driver have to focus on to make sure the car does what it needs to?
Just do your job. It's hitting your shifts correctly. holding the wheels steady as you can, taking the shortest distance around. So if I check off those 3 boxes, I think we'll draw pretty done for the day.
All right, one of the best added on these super speedways, Denny Hamlin.
You bet. Now, here's another good dark horse pick for tomorrow, the Parts Plus Ford of
He's
Justin
my pick to
Haley,
win, Lloyd says. We'll see.
2019
We'll see.
July Talladega winner.
Yeah, he does a great job.
All right, here we go.
Everywhere. And switching teams this year to Rick Ware, and everything
Ware
nothing
Racing
has changed. He still put himself in position and showed up at a lot of these races unexpectedly in some situations, but very good super speedway racer, and just knows when to go, when to push, and has a good feel for everything that he needs to do.
The team competition director, Tommy Baldwin Jr., back in harness.
So all of them will go through qualifying, and the top 10 will move on to Group B, I guess. I guess so, we're Group A. I guess we are in Group A.
Stafford Springs, Connecticut.
Round 1, if you want to call it.
You know, at first,
I hope so, Anthony.
Haley is
I hope
best.
so.
You know, think of a rain.
8th for Haley,
I remember
yeah.
when we went to the Clash for the first time at the Coliseum. You look over.
Corey
you're like,
LaJoy
man,
out here
Haley's
now.
rolling. Anytime things are, you know, throw these teams and these.
Corey
drivers for a
LaJoy.
loop, he's always shining.
What's up, CeeLo? Good to see you, man.
Corey LaJoy with the Gainbridge Chevrolet.
Awesome, CeeLo.
Best 5th at Coda.
That's cool.
And all
I never
of
got
his
into
top
fantasy
5
racing. I guess I
finishes
should,
in
as
his
much as we
career,
cover
4
it.
of them. And all 9 of his top 10s have come on drafting tracks.
Patient, and then he's aggressive.
I wish I could see your
watched him so
thumbnail,
many
because is it a
times.
picture of me?
Just stays patient behind there, and you know, if he doesn't like what he sees, kind of get out of it. Always there at the end and go for broke.
See that car bouncing a lot off of turn 4 as well, Clinton.
Oh, it's actually a
Once that
picture of
splitter
you.
starts slamming into the ground, it's just hard to
That's funny.
hard to stop it. Yeah, it just amps it up and keeps bouncing.
Welcome in, CeeLo.
11th for LaJoy.
Keep hitting that like button, y'all.
Down to a 3-time winner at Talladega.
71 likes, almost to 100.
What can you learn about your car qualifying that maybe you can take away for tomorrow, if anything?
Nothing at all. It's different. I mean, the car's the right height.
Yeah, I'll have to give it a shot.
Obviously, you know, when you qualify here.
Sorry, I haven't had anything to drink this morning.
Like,
Logano.
But I think the speed is probably the one thing you can take over, right? If your car is fast in qualifying, usually that means you're going to have speed, at least in the race. Now, you don't know how it's going to handle, but you think you'll have
Anyone
speed.
but Hamlin.
So far,
This is a toss-up race. That's right, Anthony.
Lights out fast, so,
Anybody but
hopefully we have
Hamlin.
that again for this race, and ultimately pulling in the victory lane tomorrow afternoon.
Thanks, Joey.
Thanks, Regan. Watching Ricky Stenhouse's launch.
See those 22s in the chat. Here comes Ricky
really high on the
Spinhouse
list of
Jr. in
things
that
that need to happen quickly
English
to get a good lap.
Muffins
You have to
47.
be able to get the launch
Making
out
me
the pit
hungry.
with a little bit of
Gotta
wheel
get some
spin, but
breakfast.
Have those rear tires hook up and get the car going forward.
Daniel Hemrick on the clock in the Circle Chevrolet. He has started top 5 in half of his Talladega races. Hemrick 6th, 53.29, bumping Zane Smith.
Yeah, that launch, especially at these super speedways like Talladega.
Oh, yeah. I remember
I
that.
mean, you got to remember how big this racetrack is. That baby's got a tall gear in it, and it's asking a lot.
And remember
to
when he
get
did it to
going
him
from
at
the
Bristol
get
as
stop.
well.
So, as you saw,
He
with
did it to him at
Stenhouse,
Bristol
he
as
was
well.
using a
Remember
little bit
that.
of clutch, slipping the clutch a little bit, and very careful with the throttle, making sure he kept the momentum and didn't just blow the tires.
Stenhouse.
Thomas's Bagels. They gave away 10,000 bagels to a.
Oh, I thought it was English
food bank
muffins.
this week.
Good on
Nice
him.
gesture.
That's a great.
Thomas
Man, I could take
Bagels.
a bagel right now.
Great product. Yep.
Is that in your diet, Kevin? Bread? A bagel?
I like bread.
I'll eat it for you if you.
I
I love me some bread.
We've unofficially, counting the foot cam, got a new record for sponsors.
You blame Newman at that time?
I like it.
I don't know.
It's going to be close.
Yeah, he is, Anthony. He's really good at super speedways.
A lot of.
And let's see where he's at right now.
Yeah, Stenhouse, you see his head bouncing around. Kind of
He's
shows you how stiff those
not
cars
as fast
are.
as his Barry though,
He's just holding
so
on to the
not much
roll bar
speed.
there.
Yeah.
Not really, you know, laying his hand flat and filling that void. You can see the void that he's trying to
Like-
fill there. And
like I said,
you can see it right there.
I'm sure.
13 fastest for Stenhouse.
put into that window net right there, I don't think they account for the arm
All right.
around and not really sealed
Is it
off.
blank? Is Austin Cindric? Let me see those 2s out there. Austin Cindric
and the Menards
on the
Let's
track.
go under the helmet with the bow
It is
tie
awesome
wearing
looking.
young
You're
fellas.
right. That is awesome
I
looking.
grew up in Mooresville, North Carolina. My favorite driver growing up was Helio Castroneves. I don't remember a time that I didn't want to be a race car driver. Easily my favorite moment so far of my professional racing
Austin
career
Cindric.
was celebrating with my team on the front stretch after winning the Daytona 500.
I was there for
I thought
that.
he was going to say the day he won his first Bandolero race at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
I was there for that.
Penske and Walt Zarnicki in attendance.
My man got to deliver.
Look at Cindric.
Penske at Daytona 500.
Just about 10
Ring.
fastest right
A
now.
ring.
True.
Rolex watch, got the Rollie on the wrist. That was a cool moment. Never forget it. We got to call that race. It was a lot of fun.
Now, Cindric on both drafting tracks this year has made it into the second round of qualifying.
Well, we expect him to be one of the contenders this week. The super speedway stuff and the Fords and
Those
Penske
Fords.
and Austin himself have done a great job of putting themselves.
11 gonna
in
win
position
tomorrow,
to
Cody
get to
says. I hope so,
500
buddy.
Show for it, and I think they'll be in the mix as we go through the race. As
The
well.
Toyotas aren't doing so hot so far.
302. Now here's Ford after winning the
already had it,
championships
just
in all
one
three
so
of
far.
NASCAR's National Series last year. They're still looking for their first win.
All eyes, including Kevin and I, are on Ford. They have
Ford.
to perform this weekend.
They
Today,
gotta get the win
qualifying goes
this
a long
weekend.
ways towards that good run tomorrow.
Austin
and winning this
Cindric,
race at
third.
Talladega, but this is a huge
Here's
weekend
Noah
for them.
Gragson in that
They need to
10.
win some stages, and they need to prove that they can put these Mustangs in good
Overstock
lane.
Ford.
Noah Gregson in another Overstock.com Ford, teammate to Josh Berry, of course. Best Cup start this year is 7th at
Y'all hear the
Phoenix
rumors
and here at
about
Talladega in 2022.
Denny Hamlin 2311 possibly
This car of
buying
Noah's has
the
that
Stewart
same
Haas
bounce in
charter?
front of it that Josh
Did y'all
Berry's
hear
car
that story?
Did.
Hear that
Just
rumor
looks
that's
too
going
stiff to
around?
me. Definitely not fast enough for sure.
Obviously, that's an adjustment, right? A shock adjustment.
Oh, look
But
at that.
Man, that is
Goodness,
violent.
that's
Just
terrible.
like the Ford. You're exactly right. Came from the same stable. Doesn't
Gregson
surprise you.
not going to be in the top
They'll be
10.
able to adjust those shocks for tomorrow's race. All of that rich.
Only one Toyota has qualified, and remember, the Toyotas were poor in Daytona. Exactly, James.
All right. Further news.
They
on
don't
the
qualify
Kyle
well.
Larson disqualification. NASCAR said the team
Number
made
9 on the
an
pole today
unapproved
for
adjustment
CeeLo.
to the roof
We'll see.
rails as they push the car to the grid. Regan.
Well, Mike, just to show everybody what we're talking about when we say the roof rails, we've got the roof rails that run down the front or down the roof of the car to the shark fin section of the race car. Not exactly sure yet which area NASCAR felt like they pushed on improperly.
Cody
but
says,
you can see
"Sweet."
This is a big part of the aerodynamics of a race car down through a very sensitive area that NASCAR doesn't want the teams touching after they've
Anthony
gone through
says
tests.
Honda will
once
be
we know
here
a
in
little
2
bit more from the
years.
team on exactly what was pushed on or what was the issue, then we'll get back to you.
All right. Thanks, Regan, and thanks to Bob Pockris for passing along the details of what happened.
Yeah, maybe somebody just leaned on it wrong or something.
Right.
Huh?
Well, at Atlanta,
Keep hitting that subscribe, y'all, if you're new to us.
They had taller roof rails.
Love for you to
which
join our
made the car
NASCAR
a little
community
bit more-
today. Chastain.
Yeah.
That track house,
a little bit more side
Chevrolet.
force or something with without hurting the drag a whole lot. So you try to find those things and get away with as much as you can.
See
but
those ones,
part
those
of the game.
watermelons out
NASCAR-
there.
NASCAR frowns upon those safety devices when with the roof
See
rails
those
are on there for a
watermelons?
reason when the car gets sideways. And if you start messing with those types of things, it's a pretty quick.
Yeah, but they're real thin. Easy to move, Kevin.
Yeah.
So the result is Kyle Larson will not be allowed to qualify. Here's Ross Chastain, the Jockey Outdoors by Luke Bryan Chevrolet.
And that's just going to make him mad and probably win.
Looking to make it into the second round of qualifying for the third time this year. Not going to happen. 53-59 there. Ryan Blaney, the Wabash Ford. Do we just call this the Wabash Cannonball? That's an old song. Sorry, guys.
See
Even I
Ryan
don't
Blaney.
remember it, but I do remember the title. Here is Blaney's record on drafting tracks.
Yeah, he's been a
Ryan
contender
Blaney.
everywhere that we go on the drafting tracks. He's finished second here several times. One here.
Any
in the
12 fans
fall.
out there?
And he's just really good at these super speedway type tracks.
He won here 2 years ago from 19th on the grid.
A lot of Fords. 4 out of the top 5.
Yep, Busher, good chance
And
he
we
could get it
expected
too.
that. Yep, we expect the Fords to be fast.
There's
They expect
Busher.
to be fast.
Saw it in Daytona.
And
Blaney's
you have to, if you're
in the
score
top
stage
10
points
right
in the
now.
first
He's
stage,
qualifying right now in the top
you
10.
have a better
He's
chance of doing that if you qualify well.
100th of a
This is-
second
there's a little bit of track
faster than
position,
Justin
there's a field
Haley.
route strategy. There's a lot of things that go in to
See what
keeping
happens.
yourself up in the front of the pack. But
Keep hitting that like button, y'all. Almost to 100 likes for a qualifying stream. We appreciate you.
Immediately right there. He'll push
80
the
likes,
clutch in
20 more to go,
get
y'all.
the
Hit that like
air
button
into
for
the
us.
radiator,
Trying to get
start
to
cooling the
100
water down in
likes.
the radiator. He'll leave it off all the way down the back straightaway, turn it back on, cycle the water, push that clutch back in, turn the engine back off, cycle that water 2 or 3 times before he gets back to pit road.
That's a hard thing about this transmission. You can't just kick it in neutral like we used to.
Yeah, was your left leg weak?
So Blaney ninth. His crew chief Jonathan Hassler has been on baby watch this week and absent this weekend. Tony Palmer filling in. Here is Ryan Preece in the United Rentals Ford.
At 41.
Top 10 finishes at Talladega.
Stuart Haas.
He and Blaney got together during last week's race, with Blaney's car ending up getting wrecked. And Blaney during the week said that contact was warranted. He had used Preece up 3 laps earlier, expected retaliation, but didn't expect to get wrecked.
Well,
12.
when you expect it, you can't. You have to
Preece.
expect.
Looks like he's going to be a little faster than Alfredo.
They're going to be mad.
looking over your shoulder.
Yeah, if you dished it out and expected it to come back your way, you know you've done a little bit, and that guy's going to be madder than you were when you did it to him. So
You better do it good enough he can't catch you.
that's right.
Preece with a good run. He is 4th, and that's 4 blue ovals at the top of the board. We are halfway through first round of qualifying at Talladega. Michael McDowell is fast.
Of course, Michael McDowell is going to be fast. That's how it goes. All right, make sure y'all are hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel. We appreciate you so much for hanging out with us this morning, our early morning at Talladega, as I'm sure it's pretty fun in the infield. And of course, tonight, Saturday night at Dega. What happens at Dega stays in Dega, right? Anybody stayed in the infield at Dega before? Anybody has stayed or camped at Talladega Superspeedway before? Let me see. One of the coolest things, I'll probably post this tomorrow on our community page so everybody can see it. My buddy and I, we flew down in his plane to Talladega Superspeedway. We parked at the FBO right there at the track. We walked across the back stretch. That was fun, and we had hot pit passes. Now I will say, hot pit passes at Dega is fun. It's amazing, but you can't see the whole track. At least Daytona, they have that fan thing going on, and you can sit on top of the garage and kind of pretty much see. But in the pits, not really much to see other than when they pit. You know, it's fast, but a cool experience by far. But I'll post that tomorrow in our community section or on our Facebook page so you guys can see that. It was fun. Only at Daytona, Cody said. So that's another thing I want to do. I want to camp inside the Daytona. I would like to do that. That is another one of my goals. I want to be there for Speed Weeks inside. I know I've camped outside of the track for Speed Weeks, but I've never been inside the track. So that's our goal. But I love Daytona. I love walking around it and all that stuff. So Talladega is huge as well. So I couldn't imagine walking around that bad boy. But happy Saturday morning to every single one of y'all here on the channel. We appreciate you guys. Keep on hitting that like button for us. And trying to get to 100 likes. Anthony says, I live an hour and a half from Dega, and I've been there 26 times. Nice. Where have you usually sat? The Tri-Oval? Where have you usually sat on those races? The last time I was there, I sat in the stands. The one time I was in the pits the whole entire time, but I was by the start-finish line. And this will tell you how many times it's been a while since I've been to Talladega and sat in the stands. I watched Earnhardt flip at Talladega, like on the last lap, if you guys remember that. In the towers, okay. Cody says, I live in Tampa and would go every year. Yeah, that is fun. So, all right, just waiting on the commercial to come back. We'll see who's next up. And let's see here. We can go through the field right here. Do y'all want me to leave it up like this so you guys to see who is next, or do you want me to keep it down like this to see the running position? Let me know in the chat. Do you want me to leave it down like this so you can see the running position, or you want to leave it up like this so you can see the rest of the field? Towers says the best seats up high so you see it all. That's right, Anthony. That's good. Yeah, especially those big tracks. You gotta want to see everything, right? And who's up? Let's see who it is. Who is it?
Transfer to the final round.
Keep down so I can see the 4, Chris says.
Talladega start coming in this race.
34. So you can see the 34. Okay. All right. Well, no one else has had any opinion on it, so we'll just go back to where it was.
See Eric Jones.
And I'll just tell you, Eric Jones is on the track right now. Eric Jones. And I'll scroll up and down every once in a while to see you guys know who's next.
About shift points, and every manufacturer.
Eric Jones, Blaney has him by a car length for 10th. So
you see the back of that car bounce right there.
Actually bounce enough that it drug the diffuser a little bit.
Eric Jones, he has a redeem as well. It's exclamation point redeemed Eric for Jones.
Be mapped out before qualifying. You're going to have it in your rev limiter. You're going to get a sheet before qualifying. You're going to say, I need to shift it 8,800, 8,800, 85.
Oh yeah, right. And it went the whole entire car exploded, and someone like got hurt really badly.
Everybody's a little bit different.
If I remember correctly.
From what we're seeing on SMT, run their 4th to 5th gear shift way further than some of the other cars.
Yeah, ring it out a little bit.
Carson Hocevar here.
4 to short shift.
9 starts, 2 top 10s, and his best start was 9th for Carson Hocevar. What's up, Texas Beach Bum?
I grew up in Portage, Michigan. My favorite driver growing up
was
Dale
welcome.
Jr. My dad's favorite was Jimmy Johnson, so it was teammates, but at the same time, I was hoping Dale, one, he was kind of the underdog a little bit. I don't know what I treat myself to.
That's crazy.
More treat my team.
How young he is.
Just, go hang out after, or I don't think any of us go to sleep, and we'll all either go to Waffle House, put the trophy on the table, and go eat, which most of the time is about breakfast time by the time we get home.
Sweet seats are horrible at Indy. I want to go there too as well. I want to go to Indy as well.
In the Daytona 500.
Those will change for him.
All right, who is up next?
Staying out all night with the team after a win.
Hocevar, where'd he qualify? Where'd he go? Hocevar qualified 20th.
Well. Not going to have the speed in his car either. I think that
actually came up a little bit there at the line as well.
You have to have a balance between
77.
How rides. Regan?
Here's Hocevar.
Busiest guys all week.
Chase Elliott,
of course, coming off of
here's
that
Chase.
Win at Texas last
Let me see those
week.
9s.
How much of a relief was that, and how busy has the week been?
Yeah, good busy though. They're definitely don't mind being busy after wins. Always just so hard to get and so important to enjoy. And they're just these races are really, really hard to win. So just really
front row.
A good last few months, as I've stated a lot this
week.
What's
up, Tyler?
We've been just working
awesome,
really well
man.
together, and it's important for everybody to enjoy it because everybody has a hand in what goes on. So really proud of the effort. Hopefully we can keep it rolling. Obviously, I don't think we've ever had a win this early in the season before, so kind of new territory for us, but it's exciting.
After Dylan is your favorite and everyone else is most hated driver. So, that's right.
We're still hammered down. We're not letting
What's up, Jake? Good morning, buddy.
Keep our
hold on a second.
These coming weeks.
Turn that down. 1 second.
Fresh off the win from last
Green
week.
Bay Packers sneaking one in there, dude. Where you been, bro? I haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you, buddy.
Austin Dillon, the Bass Pro Shops Chevrolet, is 4th fastest. He's the fastest Chevy so far.
Look at Austin Dillon.
3:08. He's a former.
Look at Austin Dillon.
2019. Denny Hamlin up next. The FedEx Ultimate Fan Contest.
All year
Toyota.
round. Go SVG. Here's Denny.
Last year.
We got any non-Disney Denny haters in the chat? Any non-Denny haters in the chat?
Knows what to do on these super speedways. He knows how to
go
push.
Denny.
He knows how to time the things out and when he needs to be aggressive.
Let's go Denny.
Year after year, he puts
back in that FedEx.
No matter what the rule is.
Thank you for that subscribe. Appreciate it.
Got a knack for being
Tyler,
able to
appreciate it, man.
Speedway races.
And we always sell strength in numbers. Right?
Denny,
teammates.
come on, boy, gotta get in that top 10.
You know it's going to go.
He didn't qualify at Daytona well either, so.
They don't have
there you go, Alex.
necessarily with Camry and with Toyota. And
I had to mute the chop there, Green Bay.
Can pin them in a situation where they don't have an option other than to push him.
Denny, 6 top 10 finishes in the last 9 Talladega races.
Thinking out there, and you can see it.
Go, Denny, go. Oh, we got some non-Denny haters in here.
Really worried about the speed that they had in the car. It looks like they're going to be, you know, somewhere.
Give Shane SVG a year.
Car, to your point, Kevin's Nemechek and Tim. There, he clocked in.
It's loud.
But they raced really well at the Daytona 500 once the green flag dropped.
You're right. They're all. Here's Buescher. So Hamlin qualified 12th.
Racing in the Fastenal Ford.
Let's see what Buescher can do. Chris Buescher, and we have how many people left?
I'm from Prospect,
Pamela,
Texas.
thanks for subscribing.
So far, Bristol Night Race, definitely. My racing bucket list. So I'd really like to go do Baja, and I know that is way out there, but I'd like to go run that one. First on me, I want to be a race car driver. I was on a motorcycle.
Chris Buescher.
So when I was probably 9. Yeah, racing motocross. Trying to like karate kick little kids as we go. I was a little kid, so it was acceptable.
He started racing in the little Bandolero cars, a car he still has.
He did. He did. He did. Do you think he can win again this week here in Chicago? Who thinks SVG can win again here in Chicago?
Oh, yeah, Mr. Motorcycle.
Could he win at Chicago again? That's the question.
You know, a PW50 Yamaha still, I think it was 81 to.
So here is me searching the interwebs at 3 a.m. Ernest, thanks for finding us. All year says probably.
Like Buescher's going to time in here, and at least for now.
And Buescher's going to be in the top 10. He's the 5th fastest for Buescher. Wow. Only in Chicago.
Oh, Martin Truex Jr. 0 for 81.
Chris D says,
I got to bring it up, Martin. 0 for 38 here at Talladega.
I bet you are.
Put a number 1 in front of that.
We see that Truex. Any Truex fans out there?
Try to do all the right stuff, you know. Hopefully, we can get to the end with our Bass Pro Camry and be in the mix. So we've had some good runs here. It's not been our luckiest place, that's for sure, but I do enjoy it, and we work hard at it. So hopefully we can put all the pieces together tomorrow.
Good luck tomorrow. Thanks.
Well, there's that
Vegas,
number.
what's up?
81 is a big number, but 0 looms.
Oh, I love the super speedways, man. Yep. Super speedways are fun, bro.
Truex has never won on these. So close. I mean,
here's Hemrick. No, it's Rowdy. All right, Rowdy Nation.
So
let me see that Rowdy Nation 8.
Chevrolet for Richard Childress Racing.
Let me see those Rowdies. Are you here?
So far, third at Atlanta.
Let me see my Rowdy Nation.
3-wide finish for the win.
This is a team that needs a shot in the arm.
Don't mess with Texas, Harley says. Last year's winner, that's right. Wonder if it's the same car.
Got that last week in Texas, but they've been off.
He may not, or maybe the same engine. I mean, he may not do as well as he did last year, but who knows? If Haley will do as good as he did last year when Chicago comes.
He knows that they need to. That this is a weekend.
Rowdy Nation, Clifford. There's a Rowdy Nation. Keep hitting that subscribe, y'all. Keep hitting that like button too. Trying to get to over 100 likes.
Toyota is the Mobile 1 car this week. He won the pole for both Talladega.
Come on, Rowdy. Uh-oh. 1 second, y'all. I forgot to sign in here. 1 second. Bring it back here in just a second. Be back here just a second. I forgot to sign in. Be back here in a second. Looks like who was on there? Rowdy? Let's see where he qualified. Look at Rowdy, second fastest. Wow. Rowdy Busch.
A little bit of a headwind going down the back straightaway.
Oh, but that gap is building.
Sure is.
Christopher Bell.
Thank you so much, Tyler, for that. There's 100 likes. Thank you guys so much.
Good lap, 6th.
Christopher Bell, 6th fastest for Christopher Bell.
Heck yeah. But it takes me back to this next car coming. This car right here, Logano. Think back to
all right, let's see those 22s. Logano. See if he gets another Daytona 500. McDowell Logano on the front row. Let's see what happens.
Right here, I think, is a competition.
Legato.
Logano's never won a pole at Talladega. He started outside pole here twice and has 3 wins here.
I like
check Joey's gloves. That's right.
When you get to the corner, we expect Joey
check his gloves
to win this week. I think he expects himself to race for the win.
Check Joey's gloves. Dark Shadow says.
We know how good of a
those 22s, y'all. You guys want to become members? Use those emojis.
Let's face it.
99 cents gets you emojis. Oh, look at he put his hand up. Uh-oh.
Accustomed to winning, accustomed to leading laps.
He put his hand up.
Each and every week.
Watch his hand, Chris says.
Not necessarily the case this year.
That's funny.
Like it.
Shell Pennzoil Ford trying to break into the top 10. Currently
occupied by Joey going to be in the top 10 for sure.
3 Chevys and Christopher Bell's Toyota.
He might be second fastest. See what happens.
5th for Logano.
5th. So much for that.
We'll next move to the final 10 and lock 10 drivers into the final round.
All right, so we're going to here's what we got left. Here's who we have left. Suarez, Gibbs. Can't wait to see Gibbs' car because they were kind of doing a hush-hush on it this weekend. I couldn't find any paint jobs of Ty Gibbs anywhere. They're not even on the NASCAR preview page on the NASCAR.com. He's not even on there. So, I don't know. But for the ones that paid attention during our preview video for this weekend, I left Denny out. So, everybody was like, how about Denny's car? No one said anything about Ty Gibbs. Everybody was like, how about Denny's car? What car is Denny in? So, at least we know some people are paying attention and watching all the way through, which I appreciate you guys watching the videos every week. Every Friday, we come out with a paint scheme and race weekend preview video for the weekend of the races. And pretty much we get to see all the paint schemes for all 3 races if they're all racing. We talk about my favorite paint schemes. I ask you guys what your favorite paint schemes are. We recap the race before, like I recapped Texas the week before, and also give you my predictions on who I think is going to win the races this weekend. So make sure you check it out. Look for you every Friday morning. It comes out, and members, you're going to start getting to see that hopefully on Thursdays. I'm going to try my best to get it done, but if not, you'll see it early Friday morning before it's released to everybody else, from pro to MVP. So I got 3 stages for memberships. If you're a rookie, it's 99 cents, and you get to use emojis for a month long, and it's a recurring membership, so you don't have to do anything, but you can cancel at any time. $1.99, you get the emojis, plus you get early access to the vlogs that I put out, and then MVP, you get all of that, plus you get a special live stream with me on certain weeks if I can get those going too. But it's just a one-on-one thing. We're in a group chat setting. I'm on camera. You ask me anything you want. We talk about whatever you want. There's no races. There's no sports. No nothing. And that's our MVP member Mondays, I call them. So we try to do those on Mondays, depending on what's going on. But hope everybody, if you want to become a member, it goes back to the channel. We appreciate you. If you don't have the cash for it, I totally get it. It's there for availability if you guys want to use it. If not, just sitting here watching these guys, watching me and listening in is the best that you can do. So I appreciate y'all so much. Over 100 likes. Keep on hitting that subscribe. We're so close to 12K. And we're almost there. So keep it going. Keep it going. We're trying to get to 12K this weekend. We'll see what we got. We're almost 155 subs to go to 12K, y'all. So Bronny says, Jordan Brands only came with Kurt Busch in 2022 at Kansas. His final career win, sadly, before his concussion. Yeah, that 45 looks awful good. It looks pretty cool. So, all right, let's get back to it. We'll be right back after this. Keep hitting that like button, y'all. See where we're at on the likes. And who's on the track?
10 drivers to go to set the top 10. Now, the first of those would be Kyle Larson. His car, though, is in the garage. NASCAR denied him a qualifying
Tootsies.
run. And Bob Pockris tells us that crew chief Cliff Daniels discussed the issue with NASCAR, but then declined to comment to Fox and the media.
Hey, Suarez fans out there.
Running, Michael McDowell is now locked into the second round.
Yeah, he's driving the FedEx Toyota. You're right, Harley.
The Tootsie's Orchid Lounge Chevrolet will be our next qualifier. So 9 cars to go, beginning here with Suarez, the Atlanta winner this year.
You ever been to Tootsie's, Kevin?
I have not.
Whew, you know, there was a large time had last night, every night actually.
I've been to Tootsie's.
In Nashville, but
Well, let's talk about this wind down the back straightaway. Something has changed because we've
He's like, all right, stop talking there.
Gain distance down the back straightaway compared to some of the earlier cars like Alex Bowman.
No top 10 for Suarez.
look at Old Glory down there. I can tell you what changed. It's laying right on the flagpole. Earlier, that thing was blowing straight.
All right, so
as you said,
54
right
is in
down
the
back
Monsters
stretch. I think it's
Toyota.
For these teams, and you see in the Ghost car, they're starting.
See what Gibbs can do. Where's Eric Church at? Let me see those 54s.
Kyle Busch now is locked into the final round. Here is Ty Gibbs.
Ty
in
Gibbs.
Monster Energy Toyota, who already has 3 front row starts this year.
See how that flag just all of a sudden broke with a gust and
watch Keselowski.
Crosswind instead of a headwind down the backstretch. Makes a difference, folks.
See here. If FedEx was honest, FedEx isn't probably broken.
Ty Gibbs is gaining.
What's up, JT?
Down the back straightaway, and we believe that to be probably less of a headwind.
Gibbs, they're trying.
Before, based upon the direction of the flags that are blowing. So definitely has changed compared to earlier.
Looks like he's going to be in the top 10. Coming through the tri-oval. Oh, Bowman!
And then as he approaches the tri-oval, that gap gets smaller, smaller, smaller.
Well, why is that, Kevin? That's his, I guarantee
wow.
you because it comes
Gibbs just missed the top 10 by like
4 and runs him back down.
So Gibbs
look at that. 53.183 to 53.208.
You got a less of a headwind down the back and more
What's
of a
up,
tailwind
Mr.
down
Woodrow?
Earlier.
Chase Briscoe, the Mahindra Tractors Ford. He
Rebel
has
X.
started top 10 in
Ford's
6
going to
of
be
the last 8
fast this weekend.
races.
Yep.
And he started top 5.
Here's
in the
Chase
last 3
Briscoe.
races here.
He's fast on super speedways as well. Bubba should be the fastest Yoda, he says.
Firsthand, as you're
Who was the fastest Yoda at the 500?
Very bouncy inside.
Yeah,
does anybody remember?
Of the Stewart Haas car
Who was the fastest Toyota at the 500 at Daytona?
Right there.
Yeah,
someone take a look.
Fastest car, yeah.
All right, Todd Gilliland is now locked in to round number 2.
He didn't
Eric Jones, that's right.
Near as much as we've seen down the backstretch as some of those others.
So Bowman's still got 2-3 car lengths on Briscoe, so it looks like Bowman's going to stay in the top 10 here. How many left? All right.
Hear the motor pickup right there, and that's that tailwind going down the front straightaway.
So we got Briscoe, then Truex, Keselowski, Bubba, Tyler Reddick, William Byron, and Chase Elliott for round 1.
On the front straightaway is actually a little bit different banking than the upper grooves compared to where it is on the bottom, and you go through that transition, and the car almost wants to get loose right there as you cross down onto the the lower groove.
When they repaved this place, that was different.
Martin Truex here. See those 19s, y'all. 20th for Briscoe.
It was before. It's not a solid banking all the way up.
So Briscoe 20th, that locks Austin Cindric in the second round. Here is Martin Truex Jr., the Bass Pro Shops Toyota pole winner here in 2016. And Joe Gibbs Racing, hot or not, last 2 races, things have cooled for this group.
Well, Ty Gibbs had a great car last week. Denny Hamlin had a great car last week. Didn't get the finish. And that's how these races go sometimes. Even though you have a fast car, the circumstances and crashes and
Truex
pit
Jr.
scenarios and everything, especially last week with all the strategy and crashing that we had going on, they have definitely not got the finishes that they had compared to the speed in their car.
They have the speed. That's exactly right. They have the speed. I'm not worried about them whatsoever. Things will turn around. It always does.
All right, Truex can either lock himself into the final round or Joey Logano here. It'll be Logano, but only
look at Truex, 6th fastest.
MPI steering wheel there, Clint.
He's always had cool ones, like a
sixth fastest.
Light gray camo, yeah.
Max Pappas does a great job with those.
All right.
Max.
All right, we see those six fans. It's Keselowski time.
Brad Keselowski.
Oh, wrong one.
In the Castrol Edge 4.
Brad Keselowski
has 6
my pick for the weekend, y'all.
Anybody else?
Remember his first.
And he has a redeem. It's Redeem Brad.
Turned him and got the job done.
Last week, the
Eric Jones was 12th. Thanks for that lookup, y'all. Keselowski right now is not in the top 10. Priest. Let's go, Brad. Where's James Moore at? It was said that Elliott was the fastest at Daytona in the Ford, 200.
To have a chance to win that race was not with
10 miles an hour. Yep.
It was decent, but
Brad Keselowski win this race.
Navigating last week's race at Texas and giving themselves a chance in the end.
Brad K is your pick.
That's what you have to do when you feel like you're off on speed.
So Ryan Preece on the bubble, 53.17. This run could lock Martin Truex into round number 2.
Brad K's your pick, but not a fan, Anthony says. Yeah, my pick too.
Well, these later guys.
18th.
Yeah, and he's not in the top 10. So Chris Buescher.
You better be in front of that ghost car going into turn 3.
All right, here's the Bubba. Any Bubba fans out there? I actually have an emoji for Bubba this weekend.
As I'm listening to you talk, Kevin,
do I have an emoji? Yeah, there's the 23. Let me see you Bubba fans out there.
So Truex
and don't be afraid. Don't be afraid.
Who started top 10 in the last 5 races.
A lot of confidence coming out.
And those 23 fans out there, mine was qualified before the green flag.
Bringing the speed to the racetrack. He's doing a good job behind the wheel.
Go Bubba, there you go.
Yeah. The
Thunderbird, not Chevy. Yo, the Thunderbird, oh my gosh, remember that?
That's awesome.
It is fun.
I don't choose winners for super speedways after the first 2 this season.
It's
like my face league 2 weeks in a row. Yeah, I know. Anything could happen, the big one, man, and it's over, right?
He's ahead of Ryan Preece here.
Well,
Pamela, thanks for that subscribe. I don't know if I said thank you or not, but Pamela, if you're watching, thank you for that subscribe.
He's going to have a half a car length to get to the start-finish line, so it's going to be close.
Starting to inch back on
17.
Starting to come back.
Oh, Bubba!
Look at that. That's amazing.
No, 12th for Wallace.
12th fastest. Priest stays in. And Alex Bowman got bumped out of the top 10 as well.
Austin Dillon is locked in. That's
I hung out with Ambrose in Atlanta. Nasty stuff.
That is, guys, for that 10th place bubble spot. 53-17.
All right, here's probably the hottest paint job this weekend. Let me see you 45s out there. Tyler Reddick on the track.
Has 2 third-place starts this year.
Let me see you Tyler Reddick fans.
For Team 2311.
I am jealous of that sponsor. Every time these guys bring it to the racetrack. Yeah. What an iconic brand to put on the hood of your
Jordan brand, baby.
You better deliver, though.
That's right. You better deliver. Don't let him down. Let the boss down with his brand on your car.
I don't think it worries this kid too much. This kid's a future champion.
And it's not fast either.
He's the whole package.
He is a future champion, but he's been frustrated. He was frustrated last week. Had a little bit of trouble at the end of the race.
These Toyotas don't qualify well in these super speedways, but they're heck of a good in real racing time.
They know when their car is fast that they have to capitalize on winning when they have the opportunity.
So yep, Reddick is not going to be in the. Oh, that's first lap.
Style racer. Yep. He's very good. Was at Vegas, frustrated, just like you
said. 16th fastest.
Texas, fast again.
16th for Reddick. Preece holds on.
All right, you see those 24s
into the top 10. And here's William Byron in the
William Byron and that 24
driver of this season, and the pole winner at Coda. 2 spots left in the second round. Buescher, Preece, Byron, and Elliott.
It is an awesome looking car. You are correct.
I want to give a shout out to the RCR boys.
What's up, Rebel X? Good to see you, buddy.
As we said earlier, when Kyle Busch was out there, he's second. Teammate Austin Dillon 7th.
Yeah,
both in the top 10.
Both going to be in the final round.
Yes, sir.
Byron not fast either.
Hard on the engine shop, puts a lot of pressure on those guys, and they deliver.
Ryan Preece still in the top 10.
Experience that.
Well, super speedway racing means a lot to RCR and Richard and They put a lot of emphasis and effort.
So Kyle Larson's not going, so we got one more after this.
About the same distance, about a half a car ahead of Ryan Preece, but I don't know that it's going to be enough, Clint.
Right now, only one Hendrick Chevy in the top 10.
See if Preece can get him here in the turn. Here he comes, yep.
Out of the top 10, that is.
Here he comes.
It's going to be close.
12th for Byron, 53.
Wow, Preece still in the top 10.
So that will lock Chris Buescher into the final round for the
All
final
right,
spot.
we see you
It is
Chase
Ryan Preece
fans
against
out
Chase
there.
Elliott in Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet. Big breakthrough win last week, and look at this stop.
Chase.
8.5 seconds.
That's amazing. I got to spend some time with Chase this week. I went to the
See those Chase.
Georgia Motor
All y'all
Racing
still
Hall of Fame.
celebrating?
Was able to interview Chase. We went to
Y'all
the
still
Dawsonville
celebrating
pool
from
room,
last week?
and it is a siren, Clint.
Wow.
And you do have to bring your jumper cables because it won't work unless you hook it up to the battery of your car.
Well, I never even realized that. That's how they set the signal down there with Chase Elliott, with the Dawsonville siren.
If he's going to win a third, he has to get past Ryan Preece to make
Look
the
at
final
look
round.
at Chase. Now let's see what happens out of the turn, though.
Remember that wind has played such a pivotal role in what we've seen here. He's going to run him back down off of 4.
Looks like Chase going to be in the top 10, y'all.
He's a little bit closer than William Byron. He's a little bit further ahead than William Byron was.
Here he comes.
Did it. Wow.
Chase Elliott, top 10.
Less than 100th of a second. Chase Elliott.
Wow, look at that.
Final round, and Ryan Preece will
Chase
start
Elliott,
11th.
53.168. Ryan Preece, 53.175 on that. So there's your top 10. Michael McDowell, Kyle Busch, Todd Gilliland, Austin Cindric, Joey Logano, Martin Truex Jr., Austin Dillon, Christopher Bell, Chris Buescher, Chase Elliott, and then 11 through is the rest of the lineup for the Geico 500. But the top 10 will be settled here in Group 2, second round of qualifying. So there is your lineup. If you're wondering, if you're just joining us, Kyle Larson could not qualify due to some illegal activity, some adjustments that weren't supposed to happen. So he was denied qualifying. He will start dead last in the Geico 500, but I am for sure that he will work his way through traffic. So, all right, now we're going to the round 2. We'll call this Group B. We will call this Group B, round 2. We're going to call that Group B. So let's see. So 2 questions. Who do you think is going to get the pole out of this top 10? And who do you think are you surprised in the top 10? So who do you think is going to get the pole? Good to see you. Awesome, Rebel X. Who do you think is going to get the pole in this top 10? And who are you surprised to see in the top 10? So let me see those in the chat as well. But thank you guys so much for hitting that like button. We're over 100 likes, almost 150 already. And we're qualifying here at Talladega. 133 likes. Let's see if we get to 150 for the stream. That'll be awesome. Poll 34, surprise 3. Yep. Let's see. My phone was stuck, so I didn't see all these things here. Little Jack picked Kyle Larson and Chase Elliott. Well, Kyle Larson's not going to get the pole. He must have made those adjustments after Little Jack picked the pick. RCR fastest Chevys. We'll see what happens. Yeah. So Chase, Kyle Busch, and Austin Dillon both fast here. All jokes aside, Talladega is totally unpredictable. You're right. Bronny says the 34 or the 8. I'm shocked to see Austin Dillon in the final 10. He also has a new pit crew this weekend. Cody, Kyle or Austin? I think Bushy will get the pole now. And who I'm surprised with? Dillon. I got the 3 and the 23 on my board. Who is the 23? That's who I got money on, Anthony says. McDowell is a super speedway racer. Yes, he is. Also Gillen as well. Bush pole, Chase, surprised. Where's SVG? Well, they took it off. I can't remember what it was. but he was outside the top 10. Still like 34 the pole and the 38 second. Wouldn't that be something? Front row motorsports on the front row. Pole 17, surprise 38. SVG is going to start P17. Thank you, Bronny, for that. So, all right, so we're going to do the top 10 right here, qualifying, and then I'm going to put in the link. It's going to be a while. I'm not going to be able to do the ARCA race, y'all, but I hope you guys. I know Keegan's doing the ARCA race, so make sure you guys go over there for him for his ARCA race. He'll be doing that. And then we'll be doing the Xfinity race here afterwards. So we'd love for you guys to be back here at 2:45 or so Central for the Xfinity race.
Road, and as soon as they get to the pit stall, they put the fan on the grill. There's no cool down units anymore, but you can use a squirrel fan to hook up to the front of the grill. And a lot of times the driver will actually stay in the car and keep the throttle pedal wide open to help cool the intake manifold. But I think the guy who has the best cooling process right here is Michael McDowell, because he went so early in the process in qualifying session. So his process has had a lot of time to be able to cool that engine off and still have all the oils and everything be warm. Regan?
Well, Kyle Busch transferred to the second round of qualifying. Second quickest. I know a little bit of a gap there that you got to make up if you were to get the pole, but has to be nice to have this much speed in the number 8 car early.
Yeah, no, it certainly is. You know, I was optimistic about coming here. We won here last year, so feel like the bigger racetracks are obviously our strength. We've got really good speed. Daytona, Talladega, Atlanta as well, too, but the Cheddar Scratch Kitchen Camaro is pretty fast right there, so that Lucas oil must be working underneath the engine and in the gearbox and making us fast and getting us up front right now.
Rowdy.
Like you mentioned, it won this
See what
race 1 year
happens.
ago, wants to do it again tomorrow.
There it is. I pinned message above y'all for the Xfinity race. Make sure you join us for the Ag Pro 300 here on the channel at 2:45 Central.
Make it into the final round. Here is what 7.
Wow, look how close that is.
Second looks like.
Wow, crazy. So Chase squeaked in by his chinny chin, getting into the top 10. So we'll see what happens here. But I like how they have McDowell and Gillen last. I like how they. So that's pretty cool. All right, so we're in Group 2, top 10. We'll move on. Is it now in the second round? Whoever gets here wins the pole for the Geico 500. And watch out for Truex, Rebel X says. Well, I thought that Bowman's race car was going to be fast, but not fast enough. Yeah, it got bumped out pretty early. But thanks so much, CeeLo. You the man. Thank you, CeeLo. You the man, too, for hanging out here all the time. We appreciate you guys. So keep hitting that like button. We're trying to get to 150 on the likes. 150 on the likes. 139. And the Xfinity race is not on FS1, y'all. It is on the Fox channel. So I don't expect a big crowd for that. And also, the Geico 500 is on Fox this weekend as well. And then next week, we'll be back to all FS1 at Dover. And we'll have all those races here for you. And then just FYI, Kansas, the week after, Kansas, CeeLo is off. There will be no surprise streams for Sunday. CeeLo's going to Disney. So I'll be doing some live streams down there. I know there's some races going on and stuff, but I would love for you guys to pop in and say hi if we do some live streams down there. I know if Disney's not your thing, but at least come in there and give the stream a like. Say hi. You can pop back out. But come out and check out. We have a lot of fun with the parks. We have a good time riding rides and seeing shows and stuff like that. So if Disney's your thing or theme parks are your thing as well, make sure you come hang out. We have a good time for that too. So that's not next week. It's the following week, May 1st. So we're trying to do all the races in April as much as we can. And then we'll go to Disney on May 1st. But we'll be back the following weekend. I promise you that. We'll be back for the following weekend. But CeeLo's going to take some time off. A couple days, about 5 days or so. So just waiting on the top 10 here to start. And we'll see who gets it. We'll see who gets it. Rowdy Bush for the poll, Joshua says. Larson said, I don't know. Martin just lost his mind there at the end of the race. Yeah, he did, didn't he?
Keelan
like he was bumping. He was bumping
Legends car.
Hamlin.
Keelan was pretty pumped that he got to race in front of that crowd. You could tell he was pretty determined, but I'll be honest, I was sitting at dinner with Marcus Smith and some of the folks from SMI, and we were watching the race on TV, and everybody was pretty amazed. And I was sitting there thinking, my God, did that just happen? Because I've not seen him race like that before. I've seen him do a lot of great things, but to put together the last 5 laps like he did, I was pretty proud of him.
Hey.
That was pretty awesome.
That was pretty awesome.
One day it'll be Kyle Busch's son and Kevin Harvick's son racing against each other here in these big boys races.
New River Speedway there in
He was rightfully mad at Richmond, Bronny says. Bumper tag with the 11. Yeah, he was like.
So he got to run in front of a big crowd. They put on a great race. Had a great late model stock race as well. But fun on happy hour.
And think of how Truex has been acting. He might retire after this year. He seems like mad a lot more than he used to be. Maybe just not happy. And I heard a rumor that he doesn't show up for any of the JGR meetings or anything like that. So he's just riding his contract out, I guess. We'll see. So we're just waiting on another commercial to come back. We'll get the top 10 started here. Hope everybody's had a great time today. And thank you so much for all the love today. We're trying to get to 150 on the likes. Keep hitting that subscribe as well. We're 2 subscribers away from 11,850. So if you guys haven't hit that subscribe yet, I know when you get enough, as we've been on all year, the ones that do come back, we appreciate you. And you help our analytics as well for watching again. So, oldest full-time driver. Actually, him and Denny are in the same year, 18 years. Him and Denny are in the same, but in age-wise, I'm sure Truex is older. He needs to get back with Earnhardt, back where he started. And we'll see. A lot of talk about Junior maybe having a cup car soon. Was mad at Larson for hitting him on pit road. Mad at Denny for jumping the start and running him up into the turn 2. Snick Rep says. He was just mad that day. Even like Harvick was like, I don't know what his problem is. Reblex says yes with Junior. Definitely with Junior. Yeah, this qualifying should be fun. This top 10 right here. The Young Guns. Let's go Earnhardt today, Lloyd says. I would like that, but I don't think that he will play unless he gets some deal with Stewart since they were friends. Been a fan for a long time, Cody says. And that's even if Stewart Haas, there's a lot of rumors that he's going to get out of racing as well. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, top 10. Let's go.
The drivers in the final round are running for the Busch Light pole. That gap from first to second, 0.23 seconds, is larger than the gap from second to fourth.
Or RCR, Rebel X says. Go Deegan. Jordan Anderson Racing, JRM today.
Superspeedway tracks this year, a poll earlier this year when we were
Michael McDowell.
Atlanta fastest right now in round 1. Can you carry that momentum into round 2?
Yeah, it's awesome. Really proud of everybody on this Love's Travel Stop Ford Mustang. After Daytona and Atlanta, we knew we were on something, so a lot of pressure this week to come out here and try to get the pole, but really proud of the guys. Did a great job. Obviously, car has a ton of speed. The wind's
all right, Chase.
So it'll be interesting to see how this final round goes.
First up, Chase Elliott.
What it might look like. So, hopefully get through this next round and get a pole, but really proud of everybody. I have both front row cars in the top 5, and the team effort it takes at these.
The Young Guns is when Denny started.
It's important to have fast cars tomorrow.
Keep it wide open in round 2, okay?
Playing on it.
Thanks.
Pole winner of Atlanta, front row starter at Daytona. So Chase Elliott, 10th fastest in round 1, will be the first one on the clock in this final round.
Well, it's going to go one of 2 ways, Clint. It's not going to go as good for Chase as it should because they didn't have as long to cool the engine down, or it's going to go really good for Chase because all the oil is warm from having such a short turnaround.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only probably silver lining you can find is that oil being a little bit warmer, but I think the temperatures, I think this has more to do with it than anything. I think we need to pay attention and note where this flag is blowing for the tailwind down the backstretch. That played such a pivotal role in that bubble picture of who made it and who didn't.
Headwind down the backstretch.
All right,
Or
Chase.
not. Yeah.
Or a crosswind.
Whatever it is, it was a big difference in the first round. I think it's going to be, it'll definitely be
53-1-2. It's got to beat a 53-1-2.
Bubble guy, it was Bowman first, and then it went to Paris's car, and
He thinks he's John Force Stewart.
The wind impacted those laps.
Well, it's definitely noticeable from the teams because you heard Michael McDowell make reference of it, and he watched qualifying longer than anybody. He went very early in the first session.
Yeah, that car.
Egan Dirt's going to be great tonight.
As it came around turn 4 and picked up the tailwind, it caught back up and passed
Busher.
all but one.
A little faster than Chase.
Elliott 4.5 hundredths better in this second round than he was on round 1. Here's Chris Buescher.
See that car at Chase Elliott's pulling away from him down the backstretch, much like we just talked about. Let's see what it does as they turn.
See what happens.
Pick up a different
Chase
wind.
still got it.
Can he run him back down like we saw earlier?
John Force is your favorite, Rebel X?
Elliott's second round lap was exactly what Buescher ran in the first round, and Buescher picks up 3/1000ths. He's quicker.
So Chris Buescher on the pole, a 53-119.
Running back down, and it has to be. I can't help.
Here comes Christopher. But I think if anybody's going to get the pole, it's going to be a 53-2.
Rolling that.
Yeah, and that's a little bit. It's going to come down to just a.
It might be a 53-1,
how you hit those,
or no, a 53
when you hit them
flat,
at the right time for,
or under 53.
whether it's slowing you down or speeding you up.
Well, I think that, I mean, that's the key, and it's.
You picked the 9 for the pole. Let's see.
It is gusty.
Well, that's not going to happen.
So Christopher Bell was 53.120.
Come on, Christopher Bell. Let's see those 20s.
8th out of 10.
20s in the chat for Christopher Bell. I miss Wolfgang.
Yeah, and
Unless he
Bell's
just
car in the
ninjas
first round
watches
was
all the
really first
time.
one we noticed the difference in the wind
Christopher
change,
Bell.
and all of a sudden he started making up ground down the back straightaway. When
Sadly, not this week. That's right,
He
Bronny.
grabbed another gear, had overdrive, and drove by him, but then he run into trouble off before.
He is the only.
Andy's going to go with a 53.036 for the pole. Christopher Bell doesn't have it on Buescher.
Pinned down to the yellow line as low as possible.
I'm sorry, Martin Truex also made the final round, so through the tri-oval.
Boogity, boogity, boogie. Let's go, boys. That's right, CeeLo.
Here, 53.198.
A 181 on the pole for the Shiznit. What's up, man? Good to see you, buddy. Jake's going to go 52.996. Here comes Austin Dillon.
Cars that you were talking about, Clint, with Austin
Any Austin Dillon fans in the chat?
Showed up
Not
with
many.
some pace this weekend. We heard Kyle Busch talk about Daytona and Atlanta, and they expect to be good here at Talladega. So it doesn't sound like that's outside of what the expectations were.
Clear down the sheet in 28.
The top 3 were the 52s in the first round, so there you go.
It's getting close to needing a win if you're going to make the playoff scenario, and those wins come.
Center Hill says the first time I know of calling drivers young guns was on a racing card in 1993 that Jeff Gordon, Kenny Wallace, and Bobby Labonte. What's up, CeeLo? What's up, Center Hill, man?
It's been pretty good here over the years. 10 wins.
Ready for another Braves game tonight?
Made a crew chief change a couple of weeks ago.
So Austin Dillon
back on the box for Austin.
Gonna be on the pole here.
Together.
He's way ahead of Chris Buescher. Harley says 3 fan.
Been a lot of people in the woods the last couple of weeks chasing them turkey.
Dillon to the top, 52.96.
Including you, Kevin.
Wow, 52.96.
We went down the real
So
farm.
Jake, you're 52.99.
Miss Piper.
All right,
Did some
Truex.
turkey hunting this week. Took her brother last week. He was the only one that was
Truex,
able to actually
baby.
kill a turkey. We killed a lot of time.
Martin Truex Jr.
That's
for
smoking a
Toyota.
lap, Anthony
5
says.
Fords, 3 Chevys, 2 Toyotas in this final round.
So cloudy at Talladega today.
You're not killing time if you're in the woods with your kids, man. You're making memories.
That's exactly right. We had a heck of a time. We ate a lot of donuts. We took a lot of golf.
No wonder you didn't have any success.
Took a lot of golf cart rides. We had a great time.
Well, Austin Dillon picked up 11/100ths of a second over his first round lap time.
Truex. Can he get the pole? He's about a bumper short.
You hear that engine picking up. Rolled onto the front
Nope.
stretch.
Not going to get it. Dillon, still the pole.
Truex second.
Truex second.
By 2/100ths.
Truex second.
Halfway through final round qualifying at Talladega, Austin Dillon.
All right, Austin Dillon on the pole. Who would have thought that? Could it be an all RCR front row with Dillon and Kyle Busch on the front? Or could it be an all front row motorsports on the front? We'll see what happens. Or could it be a remake of the Daytona 500 with Logano and McDowell on the pole? So we'll see what happens. Stick with us. Could Gilliland be on the pole? Yeah. Could he do it? He's fast here as well. 2 in the 22. Could happen as well. Could we have an all Penske front row? Could Penske do it? So lots of teammates here. Poor Chase, all by his lonesome though. Poor Chase, all by his lonesome. So only 3 Chevys in the top 10, 4 Fords in the top 10, and only 2 Toyotas there in the top 10. Lloyd says, I think Gillen could win both. Anthony says, I like seeing other dogs win. I sure was to see Ryan Sieg win last week. Oh, it was so close, right? What, 2 inches? That was a crazy finish. That sucked for him, though, Ryan Sieg. What's up, Alex? Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you, man. Welcome in. Happy Saturday morning to you. Good morning. I guess it's almost noon on the East Coast, so afternoon to everybody. A Ford is going to win the pole. Don says a Ford is going to be on the pole. They got the best chance, right? They got 4. 4 of all the more cars, so we'll see what happens. We're at commercial break right now, guys. We're just waiting on the come back here. We'll watch some more. Keep hitting that like button to see where we're at. 154. Thanks, guys, for getting us the 150 likes. We appreciate you guys so much. And let's see. We are 1 subscriber away from our 11,850. Yes, we got that too. Woohoo! Let's go. We are 150 subs away from 12K, y'all. 150 away from 12K. My gosh. Unbelievable. All right, Logano.
As Joey Logano launches from pit road on his get up to speed lap.
Let's see, 22s.
Austin Dillon's second round lap was more than 1/10 of a second faster than the first round. That's the biggest pickup by a wide margin of anybody so far.
Yeah, you're definitely going to have to contend with the speed of the RCR cars. So Logano's still working on his window net there, and really what he wants to do is pull it as far forward as possible.
Joshua says those Richard Childress Chevys are going to be fast this weekend. Go Rowdy, Rowdy Nation. Kieran dropping those 22s.
All the things, all the processes that he has to go through with making sure that he
9 starts, 2 poles, 6 top 10s for Joey Logano this year.
See how close the times are, and you miss by a little bit, it just messes everything up by a couple hundredths or a few hundredths, and that's could be some distance in
all right, let's see what Logano's got here after his warm-up lap.
Like Logano, and you're thinking, man, I mean, we're talking just crumbs, right? What possible difference could that make? Because that shows up. Where do you learn that in the wind tunnel and things like that? And
I just don't know who will push Gillen like Bronny said last.
That can make the difference. Can make the difference between making that final round and having a push for a win, I mean, that's a big, big difference.
It all matters.
Austin Dillon still out front. That 3.
Logano closing in on Dillon. Kevin, I think the Thomas people win the sticker war over Hunt Brothers this week.
They definitely do this week. You're right.
My man wants a bagel. Bad.
Austin Dillon still fastest.
Joey, 53.027 in round 1.
53.044.
So he falls off just a bit from round 1, as did Christopher Bell.
All right, let's see what these Penske Fords can do.
53.020.
Harley, it doesn't look good for tomorrow.
Team Penske.
There is a break in the rain after 2 o'clock, so
Definitely the right week to have.
if it stops a little earlier, they get the track dry. Good possibility we can get it in, but or they try to get it in and they run till after dark, and it doesn't become a full race.
Flip side of that, I saw where the Stewart Haas cars are twinsies this weekend, and that is not what I would want.
No. Austin Dillon still has it on Cindric. Cindric.
In traffic.
Oh, he pulls down the backstretch a little faster.
That one didn't. I don't know that one got vetted.
Look at that.
Well, I tell you who lost the conversation, the spotters.
Yeah, the spotters are going to be miserable.
Marketing department wins, spotters lose.
Austin Dillon by 3 car lengths on, Austin Cindric.
240Z in this
3 car lengths on Austin Dillon
They
here.
didn't call it yellow. They didn't call it green. They didn't call it lime. It's just
Wow.
code 112. They didn't even give it a name. Everybody knows what it is. Everybody's going to know Austin Cindric because he's at the top, 52.6.
52.69.
That's a shot fired at old Michael
Thank you,
McDowell.
CeeLo. I appreciate you, buddy.
274,
You got a
so
great
that's the
name.
fastest lap we've seen for the day. Austin Cindric.
All right, here's Todd Gilliland. Let's see if front row is really front row.
So Todd Gilliland, 53 seconds flat in the first round.
Let's see if
For front row
they're really a
Motorsports,
front
who has
row.
both of their Mustangs in the second round.
That's faster than McDowell on the round 1.
Well, a lot's been made about the Front Row Motorsports team and their new Ford deal going forward. And they have definitely earned it by performing well. And
Looks like Blaney's got him by a half a car length or
definitely on the side
more.
of the fence of continuously getting better.
Going down the back stretch.
Michael McDowell's been the class of the first round by a lot, but he's now got some competition up at the top of the board with that 69.
Now a car length.
That lap of Austin Cindric in round 2 is half a tenth faster than McDowell ran in the first round.
Yep.
It's going to be good, but not good enough.
There's your 181 speed. Yeah.
Second for Gilliland, 52.78.
181.
2/10 of a second.
52.691 is the pole so far. And let me see the Rowdy Nation.
52.97 in round 1.
Let me see that Rowdy.
Of what his teammate is going to pick up from Todd Gilliland's 2/10 pickup. Should be pretty good for Michael McDowell, but we'll see.
What FedEx is Denny running this weekend? He's got the 11 FedEx Toyota.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I didn't really get to see the front side. It just says FedEx on the side. I didn't get to see the hood.
Our director,
I wasn't paying attention enough.
Artie has just picked McDowell for the pole today.
Yeah, he really
Something we did about, what, half an hour ago?
He went way out on a limb, didn't he?
I really did.
I mean, that's a pretty tough decision right there on a prediction.
But here is the.
I wouldn't be so sure about it. 52.69. Austin Cindric's.
Here is.
Looking over the shoulder.
Yes.
So what you're
Here's
saying
Denny's
is
car.
you
For
don't
the ones that didn't get to see it during the preview. FedEx.
Artie.
Ever.
I mean, who does that?
Yeah.
Got sports clips on the side too as well.
Austin Cindric fastest. Kyle Busch trying.
Kyle Busch third fastest. So him and Austin Dillon.
He is third. 52.
Almost the same.
For Kyle.
8.63 and a 9.69.
Picked up 13/100ths.
All right, here's McDowell. Let's see what he can do.
Second row spot. The only question is, how fast will Michael McDowell be? 52.
Must be blank.
In round 1.
Early in round 1.
Very early.
Yeah, we're talking.
It's got me like this.
Very early in round 1.
So having
got me on the hood.
cool down time of any of these top 10 drivers, is that a plus or could it be a minus?
Well, I always like to have the engine as cool as possible, so any time you get that extra time, I think is good. The only downside to that is how cool does the oil get?
It's close, boys. Might come down a gust of wind. Really close.
Well, we know it'll be an all-Ford front row.
Oh,
And
McDowell.
Charlotte, working with Larry Mack, tells us that those two Fords had exactly the same shift points on their qualifying lap.
Which makes sense. Those shifting points are all relayed.
Michael McDowell's going to get the pole here for the Geico 500, it looks like.
We're on point, obviously, with both matching shift points. Look at this. He's going to do it. Already wins.
Look at that. Front row is front row from Michael McDowell. 182.022 on the speed of 52.609.
Won his second career pole.
Did we get it? He said. What's up, Ashton? Mountain Billy.
Third career pole for
yes, sir.
Motorsports. It'll be McDowell and Cindric, front row, and Penske. Two Mustangs on row one for 500 miles tomorrow.
Look at that. Michael McDowell on the pole. Austin Cindric, Todd Gillen, and Kyle Busch. Austin Dillon, Martin Truex Jr., Joey Logano, Chris Buescher, Chase Elliott, Christopher Bell. So there is your top 10. We'll see. 9 starts 9. Yeah. So it should be 3 Fords. 1, 2, 3, man. They're looking good. Front Row Motorsports. Front Row Motorsports missed it by the pole by what? 691 to 789. Too bad. That would have been cool for the front row to be on the front row. The advertisements for that would be, the marketing for that would be amazing. But awesome, y'all. So in the pin message, y'all, make sure you're going to be over there for the Xfinity race. We'll be having a good time just like we always do. Make sure you're over there. Give that stream a like. I'll be back around 2:45. We'll listen into Michael McDowell here after he goes, but then after that, we're going to go. Like I said, I can't do the ARCA race. Make sure you go check out Keegan. He's doing the ARCA race over there. So make sure you go check out Keegan. He's been doing this a lot longer than I have, but so make sure you check out Keegan over there. He's doing it. So I called it. You did, Don. You did. Like your hat is FedEx Express, and did you know there is an arrow? Yes, I did, Cody. I did know that. Yes, I did. Matter of fact, the owner who created FedEx, he came up with a whole concept in college, and his professor looked at him straight out after he wrote a whole paper on it, telling him what he was going to do, his whole plan on what he was going to do. And his college professor looked at him and said, "You're ridiculous. It's never going to work." Which is amazing. Amazing story over there. So it's between the E and the X. Yes. Thanks for your coverage of the qualifying, brother. You're welcome, Center Hill. And we're going to be doing Xfinity. And then later on tonight, we're doing Braves. Now, the Xfinity race, I can only stream for so long. Actually, I'll tell you the reason why. My son's going to a prom. I'm going to take pictures and all that stuff. And it's, can't miss those memories. So, but we'll be back so I might have to end after a certain time, and I'll send you all over to Keegan or whatever. But if you guys want to hang out with me till I have to get off the air, because it says it's going to get off the air at 6, and I have to be done by 5. But I'll bring you as much coverage as I can for the Xfinity race. Maybe it'll be a quick race, and we'll get over earlier than that, but I don't think so. But we'll see at the Xfinity. Thank you, Lloyd. So we're going to let you listen to Michael McDowell here in a second. But appreciate all the love. What's up, T-Van? Got your favorite hat on, baby. Got your favorite. T-Van, you didn't even notice that, yes, I had my FedEx hat on during my video, but you didn't even notice that I left Denny out. Of all cars to leave out of the preview, I left Denny out. It's ridiculous. So I was like, well, that'll make T-Van happy. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. See you, Braves. Probably. All right, Jake. Thank you, Kieran. Hope you don't crash the Daytona at the pole. That's right, CeeLo. So we'll listen to Michael McDowell really quick here, and then we'll call it a day.
Welcome into NASCAR Race Hub.
I guess they're not going to interview him.
One of the greatest races of the year. Big event out in Alabama.
Well, they're not going to interview him, I guess. But the Alabama Gang Super Stretch. Gotta love that. The Alabama Gang, baby. All right, so let's just go to the main page. If they go to Michael McDowell, we'll do it. But all right, y'all, thanks so much for hanging out with us tonight on this morning on the go at CeeLo for all your NASCAR content. Make sure you're hitting that like button for every stream we do and hitting that subscribe if you're new. We do amazing NASCAR content. We bring you a race weekend preview once every week on Fridays, so make sure you're always checking that. So make sure you go look at that if you have not already. Go check out our race weekend preview. So, but I'm gonna go. We'll see you guys at 2:45. Like I said, I can't do the ARCA race. I know Keegan's doing it, so make sure you go check out Keegan over there, and then we'll see y'all later. But congratulations! Look at that. That's great timing, Michael McDowell, right there. So. Until then, I want to thank my lovely wife, Spain. I love you, girl. She's having a good time at Disney right now for everything you do for us, and I love you. I want to thank my mods for hanging out with us all the time. Thank you, the members that give your hard-earned money back to the channel, and I want to thank you for watching. So until about 2:45, we will see you very soon. But congratulations, Michael McDowell. Thanks for guys making this an awesome stream. What did we end up on the likes finally? We finished on the likes, 176 likes. That's awesome. So another successful qualifying stream. Next week we'll be back to practice and qualifying and all that good stuff. So see you at 2:45.